Normal lamang sa ating mga tao ang maghangad na maging maganda sa paningin ng iba. Ngunit paano pag naapektuhan na nito ang ating pamumuhay, pag-iisip, lalong-lalo na ang ating kalusugan? Today, we are about to show you an assessment of a 19-year-old woman showing symptoms of anorexia nervosa. But first, ano nga ba ang anorexia nervosa? Ang anorexia nervosa ay isa sa mga kilalang eating disorders na kung saan ang isang tao ay nagkakaroon ng masibihing takot na tumaba o bumigat. Ang pasyenteng makikilala natin ngayon ay nagpapakita ng mga sintomas ng restricting type of anorexia nervosa, following drastic diets, fasting, and too much exercising. We will show you when and how this disorder changed and affected her whole life.
Hi, Alex. Is that correct? Yes. Good morning. I'm Miss Dana. Hello. So, how are you? To be honest, I feel very comfortable. I'm here because my mother told me to be here. I see. Sa tingin mo ba may reason yung mother mo kung bakit sa tingin niya dapat nandito ka? Well, I've been losing weight lately, but I think dahil sa stress, school, paperwork, exam, ganyan. But my mother, however, thinks by deliberately not eating. So, you think you're perfectly fine and should not be doing that? Yes. How did you arrive at the clinic today? Well, she more or less told me. Is it okay if I take down some notes as you go along? Okay, alright. We will make the most out of our today's session and use the time to just discuss your experiences and what you think are causing these problems. We might find ways to make things better for you and your mother. So what do you think? How long will it take? It depends on approximately 2 minutes. Okay, so Alex, let's begin. Tell me about how you see yourself physically.
Well, I'm fat, and it's very, very, very disgusting to look at. I've come up with a lot of face, with my skin. I've been losing weight, but it's still not enough.
Do you know your actual weight?
No, I don't want to know. It's very disgusting.
Why do you say so?
I'm fat. I think it's above one my average.
You're actually 35.2 kilograms. People your height and age should weigh around 36 to 83 kilograms.
I don't even feel like I'm 35 kilograms. Around 50 pounds.
What have you been eating lately?
Crackers. About 3 weeks.
How many crackers do you consume a day?
About 2 for every meal. Sometimes, instead of crackers na pala, 3 tablespoons of yogurt.
So, bakit napili mo yung crackers and yogurts to i-substitute para sa proper meal?
Because I don't want to get fat.
Okay, fabulous. Yeah, so can you tell me in a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you eat fat?
11.
Why so?
I've been fat as a kid. I've been bullied because of it. And I think there was a time na my mother started scolding me and related me. I didn't know that. Okay.
Can you elaborate this further?
Okay, when I was younger, nanak kasi ako actually shawty. So people, classmates, school, they would call me names, or chocolate, big. And it hurt everyone. Tapos, umabot ko sa point na, kaysa pigilan ko na lang bawasan ko, lalo pa akong makarami na kain. And then, yung time na yun, start yung mama ko. Yan, napagalitan. Even sa nakaliliit na bata, she control yung habits ko, activities ko, demand. Come to my room, to my side.
How does it affect your relationship with your mom?
I guess, kasi, parang, ako,
So, why do you think she behaves that way?
my mother, when she was, I think, a teenager, same age as her, but was fat, and she was bullied because of being fat. So I just confess, ayaw lang niya. Naramdaman ko yun.
So now, speaking of experience, sabihin mo kung yung mga bagong pinaka ay naranasan mo. Okay? So, for you,
Yes, especially
dizziness.
yes,
Are you constipated most of the time?
yes,
How's your skin?
very bad.
What type of clothes have you been wearing lately?
Ito, makapal, mahaba. Kasi I think the old school.
Oh, would you like me to turn off the aircon? Are you sure?
Yeah, let's just get this over with.
Okay, when was your last menstruation?
2 months and 3 days ago.
It's very accurate confused.
Well, I like to keep things organized. I like that I know things and that I'm in control of my time.
Do you also like to exercise control over your behavior? Can you tell me the specific reason why?
Like I said, I did not give up food that day, and as much as possible, in-evaluate ko na ang kain ko. Kasi I don't want my feet 150 calories every meal.
So have you exceeded your normal 150 calories intake even once?
Yes, about twice or thrice.
So how did it feel?
I don't know, out of control. It's bad for me.
What made you exceed your limit?
Nung time kasi ngayon, my mom, she discovered na mababa ang grades ko sa school. So, as she was disappointed, I was sad and disappointed. So,
What made you want to control your eating habits again?
like I said, yun, only control ako. So, parang kahit yun na, may control ako. So, lagi na ako nasabi sa aking body.
If I ask you again after our little talk, do you still disagree with your mother and believe that there is nothing wrong with you? That you are perfectly fine?
I'm stressed. I'm working.
How open are you to the possibility of spontaneous food? I've mentioned earlier that the normal weight for people, same with you, your age, is between 56 to 83 kilograms. However, a 35 kilograms have been thought about possible complications that your being underweight may bring you.
Like I said, sad, stressed, but at the same time.
Is that a no?
Well, I don't know though. Parang, can you just tell me kung ano yung pwedeng posibleng mangyari kung magpatuloy yung pag-gusto mo?
One very possible na mangyari sa'yo is you will get hospitalized kapag nakakatili pa yung pag-lose mo weight. So, would you permit my assistant to run laboratory and physical test on you later after the interview?
But I do exercise quite often, so I guess that would improve my work.
How often do you exercise?
Every day before I go to school.
Okay.
Once na nag-start ako, parang ayaw ko nang magsigilan. And it helps me lose weight.
So, what particular exercises do you do?
I jog and that's it. It's healthy, right?
For people with very low weight. So, however, in your case, it might produce complications.
Kind of complicated.
It might increase the risk for heart diseases and for osteoporosis.
something that needs treatment. What do you think you need treatment? I I don't know. Maybe can you I don't want to be sick. I don't want to die. I was so, well, for today, you can do the laboratory test with my assistant. I'm going to review what have been discussed between us today. Rest assured that whatever we talk about will be only between us. And we'll meet next week to perform more laboratory tests, and then we'll try a certain type of therapy. How does that sound? Okay. Alright, that concludes our meeting for today, Alex. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Doctor.
Deciding to get help for anorexia nervosa is not an easy choice to make. Nasaksihan natin kanina ang assessment ni Miss Alex. We're now moving on to the next stage, the therapy. Since anorexia nervosa both involves the mind and the body, a psychodrama using psychodynamic approach is we think the best for her condition. This therapy will involve her mother, who played a big part for her in her developing the disease.
Good morning, Mrs. Latina. I'm Miss Benan. You look good today. So I want to inform that I will be asking you about the current condition of your daughter Alex.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So how are you feeling this past few weeks?
I'm quite worried about my daughter's condition, especially about her eating behavior. It affects her other areas in life, such as her studies. She eats few meals, actually not meals. Most of the time, she just eats crackers the whole day, sometimes yogurt. I think that affects her performance in school.
When did this behavior start?
I used to scold her about eating too much because when she was younger, she was overweight. That's why I tried to limit her food intake, and I always scold her because she was impulsive, clumsy, and sometimes carefree.
I see. So based on what you said, growing up, you have control over her eating behavior.
Honestly, yes.
So you care much of her eating behavior because you don't want her to be overweight.
Exactly. And I don't want her to experience yung mga na-experience ko dati nung bata pa ako. And I used to be bullied for being fat dati. Yung mga classmates ko, tinatawag na yung thief, ganyan, mataba. And it hurts every time I remember it. So, I don't want her, my daughter, to experience the same thing. And I want to save her from embarrassment and shame from judgmental people around her.
Thank you for opening about that, Mrs. Lazia. Can I expect your cooperation in the healing of your daughter? We will work together for her treatment.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Ms. Diane. I will do everything for my daughter.
So we will be having an activity that we both have to do. It's called psychodrama. So the basic thing to do is you will interchange with your daughter and vice versa. It means that you will play the part of your daughter and your daughter will play the part of you. So that's it. That's how it's going to work.
Okay, I understand.
So good morning again, Miss Alex.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Ako lang.
So, yung therapy is called psychodrama. It will involve you and your mother. So, basic lang yung mechanics. You will take the part of your mother and your mother will take your part. So, sa ganung process lang, maglalaro yung psychodrama.
Some of the physical effects of anorexia include severe mood swings, depression, lack of energy and weakness, slowed thinking and poor memory, yellowish and dry skin, and brittle nails. Others also exhibit symptoms like constipation and bloating, tooth decay and gum damage, dizziness, fainting, and headaches. And there are those who grow fine hair all over the body and the face. Deciding to get help for anorexia is not an easy choice to make. It's not uncommon to feel like anorexia is a part of your identity or your friend. You may think that anorexia has such a powerful hold over you that you'll never be able to overcome it. But while change is hard, it is possible. There are steps to help overcome and recover from anorexia. The first includes admitting that you have a problem. Up until now, you've been invested in the idea that life will be better, that you will finally feel good if you lose more weight. The first step in anorexia recovery is admitting that your relentless pursuit of thinness is out of your control and acknowledging the physical and emotional damage that you've suffered because of it. The next step involves talking to someone. It can be hard to talk about what you're going through, especially if you've kept your anorexia a secret for a long time. You may be ashamed, ambivalent, or afraid, but it is important to understand that you are not alone. Find a good listener, someone who will support you as you try to get better. Stay away from people, places, and activities that trigger your obsession with being thin. You may need to avoid looking at fashion or fitness magazines. Spend less time with friends who constantly diet and talk about losing weight. And stay away from weight loss websites and pro-ana sites that promote anorexia. Lastly, seek professional help. The advice and support of trained eating disorder professionals can help you regain your health, learn to eat normally again, and develop healthier attitudes about your food and your body. Since anorexia involves both mind and body, a team approach to treatment is often best. Those who may be involved in anorexia treatment include medical doctors, psychologists, counselors, and dietitians. The participation and support of family members also make a big difference in treatment success. Having a team around that you can trust and rely on will make recovery easier. Encouraging an anorexic friend or family member to get treatment is the most caring and supportive thing you can do. But because of the defensiveness and denial involved in anorexia, you'll need to tread lightly. Waving around articles about the dire effects of anorexia or declaring you'll die if you don't eat probably won't work. A better approach is to gently express your concerns and let the person know that you are available to talk and to listen. If your loved one is willing to talk, listen without judgment, no matter how out of reach the person sounds. It's deeply distressing to know that your child or someone you love may be struggling with anorexia. There is no way to solve the problem yourself, but here are a few ideas for what you can do now to help make a difference for someone you love.